All right, we are live.
Yay.
Hey, it's hump day. It's Wednesday.
In Michigan, it's just another day that it snows.
Exactly. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
we're tonight. We are in the whole state of Michigan is covered with a big snowstorm over the top of it.
Yeah.
And Krystal and I live in Michigan, and that's where we are streaming from. So hopefully we'll keep the stream going. If all of a sudden you lose Krystal or I don't, Cat for that matter, it's heading your way, Cat.
Yeah.
It's already snowing here. Yeah.
We'll be back on.
Right. What are they calling for inches for you, Dar?
6 to 8.
Okay, I think that's about what we're supposed to get to. I heard 1 to 3, then it went to 4 to 6, and now it's like 6 to 8. So we might not have school again tomorrow.
Did you guys not have school today?
No, last Thursday we didn't have school.
Oh,
yeah, because of the ice.
All right. Here we are, the Flippin bunch.
Yes.
We're minus LaVonne from Statement Designs this evening. So I'm looking at this thing and I see Krystal to my far.
I think I would be the left.
I don't know. Go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Hey, everybody. I am Krystal.
Jenna is her name.
What's that?
Jenna?
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, yeah. Jenna. You got 9?
I remembered your name.
Oh my gosh, 9 inches for real?
Wow. That's right. Virginia got whacked with snow. Huge snowstorm. Everything was closed.
That's crazy.
Hi.
Oh my God. That's a lot for that area. I know everything was probably shut down. I'm sure 95 was a mess.
Yeah. When I looked at the map, it said everything was closed. It's raining and melting. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's good if you got your roof shoveled off, because there was some school where the roof fell in it, and I'm thinking it was in Michigan somewhere.
Oh,
yikes.
wow.
That's crazy.
It is.
Okay.
So I am Krystal, and I am the Crafty Creech DIYs and furniture flips. I love doing all things furniture, and I love crafty things as well. And vintage items I buy and I sell. So yeah, lots of fun stuff. I love it all, and I'm super obsessed. Okay, Dar.
Hi, my name is Dar, and I am from DIYs by Dar. All my social media and my YouTube page is all / DIYs by Dar, and you will find me. I got into furniture painting about 3 years ago, and just this last year, I got more into artist furniture. So I do a little more artistry on my pieces, which is a lot more fun. And we see Gretchen. Gretchen is here, 5 inches in Central Maryland. I was sad for the kids who had used up their snow days and had to online school. Oh boy. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think we have that option here in Little Hillbilly Heaven where we are. So.
Yeah, we probably don't either here. Okay, Cat, you're up.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cat, and from Owling Dog Design, and I'm actually thinking about changing the name back to the original. It was Owl and Dog.
Oh.
Okay. And but I was doing photography, and there was another photographer who was very prolific, and she had been in it. She had a website longer than I did. Anyway, I didn't want to step on her toes or get confused, and I wasn't sure back then, like, what's the legal ramifications for naming your company, because I've had a couple of different companies, and anyway, I'm like, I don't care. Now, now that I've been doing like the website for a long time, it's like I'm so different from anything that she does, and so I'm going to go back to Owl and Dog. So it will be a subtle change. You probably won't even notice. Yeah.
I have a friend that lives pretty close to me here that's a furniture flipper, and she was the vintage owl. And there was another vintage owl that was just a couple hours south from her, and she would constantly get messages from that business, people inquiring about items that they had for sale. So it can get confusing.
It can, especially if you're both doing the same thing. And I said, well, I'm not. Even her photography was nothing like mine.
Yeah,
because her photos were animal centric.
Okay.
Right. And so, I mean, I just created that name because of my dog and his infatuation with an owl. You know? So it was like, whatever.
For sure. Well, does anybody have any questions for us? We have a couple of different things that we're going to talk about today, but I guess if anybody has any questions, we can kind of start with that. And then we'll open up to Dar's debacle with her box, her Hobby Lobby box. And the issues she had with the tannins, like what are things that we might possibly do to avoid bleed through of tannins, or ways to cover them, hide them.
I tried a lot of them. Finally did it. Finally got it, though. Finally got it.
Oh, yes. Oh, awesome, Jenna. I'm so glad.
Are you doing our challenge?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yay.
I'm so excited.
Oh.
Any pointers?
I'm trying to think if there's anything that any advice I could give you. I think will this be your first long form video, Jenna? I think you normally.
Jenna has all the shorts.
Yeah. Yes, first long form. Okay. Okay. So are you recording from your phone or a different device? I know when I record from my phone, when I record from my phone and I use a film editing software called Filmora, I record with my phone horizontally, because if I record with it vertically, that will change the ratio of your video on your screen when somebody watches it. So like when you're recording shorts, record them vertically. When you're recording long form videos, record them horizontally. I guess that's probably my best, because I made many mistakes with that when I first started doing my long form videos. And my videos were, when I watched them on my phone screen, they were tiny. So because they were up and down versus, left and right horizontally.
I still don't get the short ones right. I don't think. I have to take and change my ratio, but I'm taking it and putting it to a vertical mode and changing it to a 5:7. It's the only way I can get it to go on a short. And that's like for all of them, for TikTok, for Facebook, for YouTube. I mean, do you find the same thing, that you have to do the same thing for a short?
I still haven't figured out because sometimes I'll use CapCut to make my short form videos and my shorts. Sometimes I'll use TikTok. And then when I go from TikTok to, it's usually not when I go from TikTok to YouTube shorts, but usually when I go from CapCut to YouTube shorts, it changes the ratio somehow. Even though when I put in there, I want my ratio, I want it in a short ratio, whatever that is. What is it? 4:3 or something? Is that what it is? The ratio? I don't know. I'd have to look, but yeah. So I don't know. It changes.
I just know on mine, I have to put them at vertical and 5:7, and it gives it
5:7. Maybe that's what it is.
A closer up of what I did in my regular video, but I don't, it's the same footage. I'm just using the same footage from my phone and making the shorts from my phone, which it looks like, is that Jenna's Junk Princess? Jen, though?
Yes. Yes. Jenna.
It
Yeah.
sounds like that's what Jen is doing. She must be making them on her phone and then putting them
From
through the TikTok.
She said, yeah. So, I mean, I don't think YouTube has their shorts, their kinks all worked out yet. I don't think so. I
have no patience with the YouTube shorts.
It's just
what they're saying is this 3 minutes is way too long. And I'm kind of thinking I'm believing that because I just put one up on TikTok that was 3 minutes. And usually, I get about 800, 975 because it was 3 minutes long. I'm going to go back and redo it, and I'm going to make it shorter, and I'm going to post it again and see if there's any difference on it, if there's more views. The other thing that I did, Krystal, is, no, I just had a brain scattered. I forgot what I was even going to say. It'll come back. That's what it is.
I hope so.
You live with lupus. You have these loopy things that happen in your head and you can't remember.
I have that too, but I don't have lupus. So, okay.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. Okay, so Jenna's problem is going to be making the long video. Okay. I use Filmora. That's what I use. So it's not free though. But it's been pretty good for me. What is the one that LaVonne uses?
I don't know.
Do you remember?
I use Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro. That's a paid one through Microsoft.
And watch some people that you like. That's basically.
Yeah, watch some people that you like. Good advice, Kat, and kind of imitate them.
It's not going to be perfect because nobody's video.
Ones that have really good scores.
And don't. I would say I wouldn't even worry about music right away. I would focus on the camera, your edits and making sure you're in the frame and you can hear. I mean, it's basic stuff. And you already know because you're doing shorts, but can I hear my own voice? Am I in the frame?
Yes, that's important. Are you in the frame?
No, he's not in the frame because I don't use my phone like.
Wants to see this? No, I try to get out of there.
This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure I have to get in front of it on this side and then go on the other side and say, okay.
Do you know what I do, Kat? When I record my videos, I have my phone flipped around and I record that way so I can see what I'm doing.
The quality isn't as good though.
It's not, but I mean, I don't know. It works for me.
Even if you shoot for a video that's just 10 minutes long, that's all you need. Shoot for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're running out of time, find a little nature clip to put in there from your yard or your pet.
Right. They do say 10 minutes is best because that allows for, I think, 2 ads to be shown through that video. That's what I heard somewhere. I don't know how true that is. So Cheryl's cleaning her craft room right now. You go, girl.
And Gretchen had a question too about the shellac spray. You can get that at Lowe's. And yes, it does.
Yes.
For blocking tannins, yeah.
I've used successfully spray lacquer quite often. And it's just oil, an oil-based or just regular lacquer. I mean, clear brushing lacquer. Anything oil-based is supposed to, help. But there are occasions where, like, Dar had an issue with that pine box, I'm wondering if it was just sap all through that piece of wood. There must have just been clear sap all through that piece of wood when they made that box, Star. Because she had issues with it real bad. If you want to put it up on the screen really quick.
You see that big thing back there?
Yes.
All that wood, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why I need to figure this out, because it's for my kid's wedding and I can't, I don't want to screw it up, but oh well.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
I'm
well.
sure you're not driving her nuts at all, Jenna. We're always happy to help. You can message
Yeah.
any one of us at any
We
time.
drive her nuts before you.
No, and I think we all love to teach.
Yeah.
Too. And we love to talk. Just have to
Somebody
shut our
asked me if Junk Princess is on Facebook. Are you on Facebook, Jenna?
Yes. Jenna
Yeah?
is, yes. She's actually really close to you, Gretchen. Gretchen's in Maryland, over by Annapolis, and Jenna's also she's in Virginia, over by Northern Virginia area. And I was actually hoping to meet her before we had left, because I was only about an hour away from her.
Right.
So but I didn't get a chance to do that. I did go to Artifact, Jenna. I had an opportunity to go check out Artifact, and I believe you still had a booth there, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. But Nicole Carter from Vagabond and Brush, she had a booth there too. So I went and looked at your guys' stuff there. So, but yeah, so she's pretty close to Gretchen. So.
Okay, you want to talk about this box that I just really am so happy I'm done with? It took me 2 weeks. I thought, all right, I'm going to buy this brand new box from Hobby Lobby. And I got it for 40% off, how they always run their sales on their craft wood products. Like I said, I got that really big trifold panel that I want to do next, but I just got this little box. Let me see if I can just show you what this little box looked like when I bought it.
Yes.
There is the little box. Harmless, right?
Yes.
Brand new. Well, what I found out was, I looked on YouTube at all kinds of people, Hobby Lobby boxes, painting Hobby Lobby boxes, even under Hobby Lobby, under their information. And I could not really find where any of them said anything about priming this wood from tannins. But I used a couple different kinds of paints, and on the bottom, when I turned it over, I'll show you that bottom if you can pick up on it. You can see it just a little bit, kind of like going around the edge and then the back. And I mean, it was clearly coming through, and I just had it, and I had used primer on it already. And this was primer, though, that I used in my house. It was a primer and a sealer. It was Zinsser. So it worked really good on the walls. Did not seem to really do the trick on this wood. This wood is very dry. It just sucks everything up. I don't know if you've ever gotten a piece of wood, like I have some right now on this next piece, and I primed it, but it's like balsa wood, but maybe a little bit thicker than a balsa wood. But it's like real scratchy, and it's real dry, and it just keeps sucking paint in. And I've had some of this stuff before, even with the can of spray paint and primer. Just kept sucking it in, sucking it in, sucking it in. So I don't know if it ever gets to the point where it gets completely saturated.
It was a sucker.
But, yeah, it's a real sucker. On the bottom of that, then what I did when I noticed that is I had some Boss, some clear Boss, which is from Dixie Belle. And I ended up accidentally putting 3 coats on. Yeah, accidentally 3, because I thought I had the can of paint, and it was actually the Boss. So I gave it another coat. I'm like, why is this not covering? And it's because it was the Boss. So I grabbed the can of paint, which was a silk all-in-one paint from Dixie Belle, which has primer in it, which has top coat in it. Gave the bottom of that box 2 coats. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we went to the inside of the box where I'm using chalk paints. I primed it as well. Had 1 coat of paint on it. The tannins were coming up just in the corner. I sprayed it with shellac. I shut the door, and then I finished working on the rest to save myself a surprise for the end. So if you look real close in there, you can see the lines on there. And the crazy thing was the areas where I kept painting lower didn't have tannins in it to begin with. It picked up tannins on my second coat, started to bleed through. So explain that one. I even switched my brush out thinking maybe I picked up some tannins in my brush and was distributing it like to another area. But no, it still did the same thing. So I had to let it dry, and I went and I sanded it all out, and it got 3 coats of Boss. Then I went ahead and I put my 2 coats of my blue paint on it, and maybe a little bit. And I says, you know what, Box, I've had enough of you. So we're just going to do this to you. And then that way, if anything bleeds through, the whole inside of this box is going to be stencil. And then I sealed it, and I'm not really noticing anything, but I haven't looked.
I would have done the same thing. I would have said, to heck with this. And I would have just, put some stencils on it, put some stamps, covered it with decoupage paper. I would have said, this is
that is not even the trouble. I didn't even get to that part. Can you see on the front of this box? Yeah. See all them wrinkles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have just seen like a couple wrinkles, like one here or there, okay, but not like the whole paper wrinkled and like every paper on the entire piece all the way around wrinkled. So I'm like, all right. And I go and I feel it, and it's not paste underneath it, it's air. So that just sucked all the paste, that box sucked all that decoupage paste right down and left me with air pockets through everything. Oh. So my only choice was to sand it down and make it more rustic, which it passes that, and at least I can still try to, sell it and use it. Turned out pretty cool, but it was really a big problem.
Right. I know. It's so funny to me how the smallest pieces can cause the biggest issues. It's like, oh, this is going to be so easy. And then the thing this evil laugh.
I call them little stinkers.
I got that really big one. I got that really big one back there. Come on, you guys, give me some pointers here. What do I need to do? What should I put on that crazy thing?
I don't, as far as stuff to put on it, I don't know, but I'm almost thinking that whatever products Hobby Lobby is using, it makes me wonder if they aren't actually pre-treated with something. And so whether it may not, it's probably tannins, but it might not be. It might be some kind of treatment. I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
Just a thought. So that piece behind you, where did you get that?
Is that from Hobby Lobby? Okay.
I was trying to see if it said anything like what?
I'm asking why.
Well, I am going to use it. Some of the really big flowers that Lel from Made by Marley had done. She did like 12 sheets, and all they were big flowers.
What is that box, though?
It's not an arch, a trifold panel.
I see. Okay.
I wonder if you did a paint wash.
I guess they're really in. I'm sorry, Krystal, what?
You did a paint wash or something on it first.
Yeah, I would just
Something.
do a lot of underneath painting and treatments and whatever. Do your primer, your shellac, even use a top coat.
Jenna said,
and then use
yeah,
a top coat and then put your chalk paint back over it. You know what I'm saying? It just do a lot of layers.
Yeah, Jenna said black spray paint. Maybe that would do something first. I don't know. I mean, I
think something that's going to
Like
get in and
enamel,
seal them pores.
Yeah, you could use any kind of enamel. But I'm just saying, if you put a lot of layers and even put a top coat, put like a lacquer down on top of everything, let it really, really dry.
Yeah.
It's going to be a pain in the neck, but let it dry several days and then start using it. Then start doing your artwork on it.
Put that sealer on now.
I'm saying, right?
Yeah, you better get some
leftover paint.
What gets me is there are so many people out there that show these wooden Hobby Lobby pieces. Oh yeah, they just paint them all up and away they go. And I'm like,
that's
2 or 3 weeks from now, it's going to be possibly bleed through.
Right.
And I mean, unless they used acrylic paint,
and
maybe.
Even sometimes if you don't see it right away, if you put a water-based clear coat on, sometimes it sucks those tannins right through everything.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
And that means you literally have to do it all over again. Yeah. It's not just little bits at a time. I would just kill that thing with all my leftover paint. Got paint, right?
Yeah. Jenna says she always uses that black spray paint for tannins. So that's something you could try for sure.
Yeah. Especially if it's in an enamel.
So. Is it any kind of special black paint like Rust-Oleum or just regular plain old black spray paint?
Let's see what she says here. Yeah, you better get to work now. That's all I gotta say.
They're getting married March 22nd, so I gotta really kind of.
You better step that. Look, took you 2 weeks, Star. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, what type of materials are you guys working with currently? I know, Kat, you just went shopping today.
I did. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I didn't have any. Sometimes I wait. Like I'll plan something, and then I wait because she says, Matt, but do you know, Jenna? Do you know? If it's an acrylic, is it an enamel, Rust-Oleum? I'm going to say it's probably
Rust-Oleum.
Yes, that's what she said. Yeah.
Oh, she can't see anyone else's comments.
Oh, no.
Why is that?
That's so weird.
Let me check the other page.
Huh.
It's weird. Yeah. I just, you guys will see this video this weekend. I just finished the video today. I painted my garbage can.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I love when people paint weird things.
I was like,
just paint it?
No, I turned it into a barber pole because it was a cylinder.
Oh, yeah. So cute.
It is so cute. I'm so happy with it. I love it so much. And remember LaVonne was talking about how she printed she made her own decoupage paper with rice paper. So I printed out a little like a little barber sign, and I decoupaged that on there. So I was so excited about that. I was like, this is like the best thing ever. I can make my own decoupage paper. This is great.
So it came out really good using that rice paper then, and just your regular inkjet printer, or you got a laser printer?
I don't know what I have.
You know, I can't see. I have a page open with my own live. It's the volume is off on it, but I can watch the channel. And
Yeah.
So Gretchen said, was it Gretchen that said you can't see any?
Yeah, Gretchen can't. Oh, Jenna,
I
you
don't
can't
see your comments on my live page.
Huh.
You can.
I only see Jenna. That's strange, Gretchen.
And I only see Gretchen. That's weird. I just checked mine out and I only see Gretchen.
So
maybe it just goes to whomever they logged on to their site.
I don't know. No idea. Strange.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Well, I was going to mention to you, Krystal, but you probably already knew this, but maybe if anybody else would like to try this, but I did the thumbnail thing where you let them look at it and generate the one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it does take 8 days, 10 days before they'll decide on one. But what they do when you go to look at your thumbnail, I guess if you could come up, they let you do 3. You can do 3 thumbnails and they'll compare them for you. YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's when you're creating your video, there's an area down where your thumbnail's at. Once you put your thumbnail in, and is it the 3 dots you clicked on?
Yeah, you click on the 3 dots and it's a thumbnail test report. So what you can do is like you can create your 3 thumbnails and you can test them all. And basically what it does is YouTube's algorithm will show the thumbnail that it thinks that the person will click on. So like if somebody's scrolling through, the feed or whatever, and YouTube will show them, okay, I think you're going to click on this thumbnail if I show you this thumbnail. Or it'll show another person a different thumbnail. So you can put up to 3 thumbnails into that little thumbnail test. So that might be something Jenna might want to try, and I can totally help you with that, Jenna, when you you come to that point in your video making process once you upload it onto YouTube. So yeah.
Well, what I kind of think is crazy about that though too, they're showing all those thumbnails to all different people, so you could look at your video on an iPad, you're going to see one thumbnail. Look on your computer, you're going to see another thumbnail. Look on your phone.
That's interesting. Yeah.
You're going to see a third thumbnail. And like that one, I just wanted to test it. That was 9 months old. I went back and I created 2 more thumbnails, changed the name to see if I could increase any views on that one. I increased it, looked. I don't know how long ago that was, but about a week ago, maybe, when we were talking about that. I've had 1 view on it. So I would say going back and changing all your, thumbnails and how you gave your name to your video, save that energy for the ones you're making now, because you can see it doesn't really do that much. It didn't for me anyway. I'm just going on what happened to me.
Well, I mean, if you
sorry. Go ahead. Okay. When I look at my my analytics, my best videos are my ones that say how to how to do faux marble, how to use Howard's Feed and Wax, how to
that's interesting.
That's my best videos right there, and they're always continuously getting views. So
well, think about that when you want to look something up. What do? How to add text to Premiere Pro, how to how to give somebody an appendectomy. It's always that how to.
What is that?
An appendectomy?
Yes, I'm not a nurse, you two. Okay, I know Cat knows, but I don't. Just
Take
anybody
your
on the
appendix
chat
out.
knows- okay. I was just about to ask everybody on the chat if you know what an appendectomy is.
Well, we were talking about that other gal that was interested in being a guest with us. That she does a lot of decoupage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Vaughn.
She's a retired pediatric nurse of 30 years.
Really?
Oh, goodness me.
Got another
is
nurse
so
man.
funny.
Wow.
They just keep coming.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, yeah. So what else, what other type of materials are you guys working with right now? Do you have a video coming up this weekend, Dar? Or?
Yeah, Vaughn
This
Boo.
weekend, no.
Okay.
Because this box really did me in and I didn't want to look at anything for a week. I needed a week off. But I'm working on the 23rd project where we have that challenge coming up where you buy something under $40
Yep.
and flip it.
Yep.
And the audience is voting. So that means everybody out there gets to vote on this one.
Yes.
So
yeah. So hopefully we get lots of participation on that one. Wink, wink,
Okay.
wink, wink, Jenna.
Hey, Gretchen said she found the Jenna post on Ollie Dog.
Oh. Okay.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, because you want to talk to each other.
Yeah.
That's and
Yeah.
Gretchen said her mom and son had an appendectomy too.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes.
common.
So we have a scheduled guest. Is it next week or the week after?
It's next week as far as I know.
Which is Von
And her name is Siobhan. You
Mhm.
pronounce her name Siobhan. I think so, unless she tells us different.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll get on a couple of minutes early and tell us.
Yes.
And she's from Von Boo, so it'll be fun. She's way
Yes.
nice.
So get your questions ready about decoupage because from what I hear, she's really great at it. And
yeah, I've not seen her use, as far as I know. I went through and I watched all of her videos, and I did not see any made by Marley paper, but different paper. So I'd like to just send her some just to see what, the difference is. I'm afraid to try any other paper.
It's Australia, Dar.
Yeah. Oh, Australia. Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of expensive to ship.
Yeah.
I purchased Pure Eco paint from Australia. So I was just dying to try it because Rochelle from I forget the name of her channel. She hasn't done furniture videos in a while. She always used it. Her first name is Rochelle Font from something way. The name of her channel was the name of the street that she lives on. And it's very expensive to ship.
Yeah.
Mara. Hi, Mara. I don't know whose channel she's on, but
the $40 is just for the piece of furniture. I don't think it had anything to do with any of your supplies. Just that whatever you purchase to flip's got to be under 40.
Yes. How you doing, Mara? Good to see you. Yes. Any other questions, you guys?
Yeah, I have one.
What's your question, Dar?
I'm looking at this, and it says DIYs by Dar, less than 40 for the thrift price piece. I never typed that in there. Who typed that in there?
I did, and it doubled it. I noticed it did that earlier too. I don't know.
But it was you typing, not me?
It was me.
Ooh, look what you can get away with.
I know. Oh, goodness.
It must just be because I don't know why. It should come up as you. I've seen it come up as you.
It did, but then it come up at that you said the same exact thing as me. So I don't know what's up with that. So yeah,
Someday we are going to sit down and we are going to give you guys the StreamYard introduction to live streaming and podcasting. This has been a really big venture for all of us to pull this together.
all of
Um,
all of our technology wizardness that we don't have.
It'll
Yeah.
be just like everything else. Just as soon as we get it, they'll change something. Oh,
Yeah.
but that reminds me what they changed on YouTube. Do
Okay.
you know that we no longer have community posts on YouTube anymore?
We don't?
What?
Nope.
I
It's
just
called
did one.
posts.
It's what?
It's called posts.
Oh, it's not the community tab. It's called posts. You're right. Oh my goodness.
I was freaking out. I'm like, where did the community tab go?
Oh, yeah. It says latest post. Yeah.
You're right. You are absolutely right. I don't know. They change things more often than I change my underwear. I swear. It's like every time I turn around, I'm like, what? A 3-minute short? So it's crazy. But yeah. So tell us about your stuff that you bought at the art store.
Yeah, we want to see it. Where is it?
I bought.
Where is it?
Not set up yet. It's in the other room. I bought some acrylic paint, but I bought Dick Blick's paint themselves. I didn't get the most expensive paint, but they had a sale.
Oh, they had a sale.
And I just got a few primary colors, and
well,
I
gotta buy it.
yeah, I want to try it because I use Liquitex, and I know there are other. I used to paint with oil, and oil is really expensive, and I'm not going to buy oil paint until I can afford to buy oil paint, if you know what I mean. I want to get the whole shebang like I used to have,
Yeah.
So I just stick with the acrylics, but I wanted to try as acrylics. And I got a whole mess of artist brushes. I got some new knives because I like to mix with them, and you can make patterns with them and stuff like that. I like to paint with them. You can use it all on furniture. And I bought an easel.
Ooh.
Like a really nice easel.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I spent most of the money on. It was on sale. Yeah. And it has a couple drawers in it. It's like, it's heavenly. And you can stand up and use it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really buy stuff like that for myself. I usually buy it for my daughter and then I use it.
There you go.
It's kind of like me buying my husband the Dremel tool one year for Christmas.
Yes, it's exactly how it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Gretchen, she said LaVonne might figure out the strange comment issue. I don't know, but I think when next time she's on, we'll have to see if she experiences it with Cat, because we kind of linked ourselves together so we could use this system a little bit better.
Yeah.
Right. It makes me wonder what participants who aren't on StreamYard need to do to get all the comments. It's weird.
We're laughing because Jenna, her hubby gets tools from her every year.
Yeah.
It's a perfect gift.
It is.
For your husband.
Yeah.
I'm winking. I don't know. So on a side note, did you guys see, I don't know about everywhere else in the country, but Joann Fabrics is going out of business?
I heard that.
I was like, what? So
why?
I don't know. I know the one here in Battle Creek, they're keeping a few stores open here in Michigan, Dar, but the one here in Battle Creek, they're closing that one, which, I mean, which really stinks because there's nothing in Battle Creek. Nothing. There's a Michael's, but I'm surprised Michael's hasn't closed before Joann Fabrics because they're always slow in there. I mean, Joann's.
They do a big online business though. Michael's does.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah, they have it significant enough. It's hard though because, they have to compete with Amazon. Really, he has no clue.
We'll never tell.
That's right. What happens on Flippin stays on Flippin.
Oh gosh, I can't. My face, it hurts, you guys. Y'all make me laugh. Yeah, that's good though. Hey, you benefits and so do you. Yes, out of business.
I know it.
Let's see what.
We don't even have a Joann Fabric. I don't know. There might be one in Allentown. I don't know.
What do you think of that color?
It's tan, like a tan, like a yellow, like mustard. It's hard to see it.
Like baby poop?
I think so, Gretchen. That's what my husband told me. I might have to do some more research on it. Maybe it is just a restructuring. I don't know, but that's what he told me. Somebody told him. So it's through the grapevine, I guess, here. Oh, that looks good together. That looks really good together.
That's beautiful. I love those colors. But
see, then I got to put little things. I don't know if I'm going to stencil or freehand. I showed you guys that big, humongous piece of furniture. I should just disqualify myself from the competition already. That's not a piece of furniture. I can trick you. It looked like one, though, didn't it?
Well, I can tell you right now, my piece didn't come from a thrift store. It came from an auction. So I haven't been finding no good stuff at the thrift store. None.
Mine came from Goodwill. So I can put Goodwill in my title.
Yeah.
You have to add Goodwill in your title, Jenna.
Yeah, if you can do it. That's was a great tip we got from Cheryl from Lifestyles of a DIYer. She said anything that has Goodwill in the title is it's like gold.
I know. I like that, Mara. Hers came from the trash. But you said I quit Amazon. Why did you quit Amazon? Just to do more local business, Gretchen?
Yeah, that's what she said, to support more local businesses. So that's nice. I don't think I could quit Amazon. I don't like to leave the house.
I know, we have nothing here though. It's an hour to go anywhere, and it's a long hour. Yeah. It's like through the mountains and stuff. It's
not quite an hour, but it's like probably like 35 minutes to get somewhere one way. But then, it's just, I don't know. Things were much more convenient when we lived in Virginia.
300 pieces of furniture.
I have to
must have a big space.
Where was the one? I thought I saw one that said she's got all this made by Marley paper.
She did say that. She's got a stack of it.
What are you waiting for?
We want to see it.
I sent some to Krystal, and look what happened. She turned into a maximalist.
I know. She instantly transformed.
Yes.
Isn't it fun? Isn't it fun, though?
It is fun. It is fun, but it takes a long time. All the different elements to add to be a maximalist. It's exhausting, Dar.
Well, especially if you get a box that just wants to bleed all over.
Yes, that's true. For sure.
Yeah, if you're close enough to stores, that's the thing. I look forward to going and visiting Tommy, my oldest son, because he lives in Massachusetts and everything is there. I mean, everything. And so when I go to visit him, I'm like, I'm going shopping. Bye. I never did it when I lived there. I didn't like shopping, but I mean,
Right.
certain stores, I like to go, when I think of shopping, and Gretchen, I think you'd relate to this. Everybody would relate to it. I like to go to somebody's small business, like the art shops, and like going to Rockport and Plymouth and P-Town and all those places. When I first was, this is funny, when I first was thinking about opening up a storefront, I started looking at buying places or renting places, actually. And so I knew where this place was located. It was Charles Street in Boston, right? Now, I mean like downtown with all the shops. And so when you're on the street, you had to walk down a few steps. There was a patio down there, and then you went through the doors. I'm like, oh, what an art gallery that would make, right? That's beautiful. And I think it said $25,000, and I'm like, 25,000
A month?
a month.
A month?
I thought it was 25.
Shut the front door. What?
I'm telling you.
Your
No.
fingers would be bleeding from painting furniture so much. Holy cow! There's
I
no
thought
way
the business was
recoup
selling.
that.
Somebody does. I mean, look at the traffic you'd get. I mean, it's an amazing place to be,
But still,
you know?
yeah, you'd have to get other vendors in there and charge them up the booty butt for rent, and
No,
I mean,
this was just one little shop.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I don't know. I don't even know how you could possibly recoup any type of profit with that much of an overhead. Even being on a business, I don't know. Maybe my mind just doesn't work that way. I don't know.
You know, when you're conglomerated like that, all in one, that's why I say you have to be near other artists. It brings everybody close together. And like I looked at a place in Rockport, right at the tip of they call it the Spit, and that's where all the art galleries are, and little shops like coffee, and they don't have a lot, but they had one house and it was for sale. It was right near the end. So the shop was on the first floor, and you had to walk, like they built the steps around the rocks. And so when you looked out on your deck, it was like looking out over the rocks, like right into the open ocean. Gorgeous. It's on Cape Ann in Rockport. And I think there was a 3-room apartment above. That's where you would live, and you'd have your shop on the bottom. And I want to say at the time it was $1 million and something, like 1,500,000
To buy it.
Yeah, to buy it. Yeah.
Wow.
I thought you said, "Did you buy it?"
Yeah,
Yeah, I just did.
yeah.
Oh, we're all just starving poor artists.
Yeah, I guess that's what we
So,
are.
yeah, I mean,
We gotta live in
never-
Michigan where it snows.
Yes.
I had some cute places up there, but I never was able to get a place where there was a lot of. I had some people, and I loved it so much. I had so much fun doing it, but I couldn't make any money
Yeah.
because people don't.
We still ain't making any money. Hell.
No, I know. Look at me here. I mean, downtown, if you go a quarter mile downtown, I call it the Village. That isn't what they call it, but it's really a little village. And it's where they have all the shops. It's a very famous, they get people from all over the country.
Like a tourist destination.
Super, super touristy. And the train is down there and everything. But I can't afford to rent a shop down there. So no one comes up on the mountain.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the hollow.
Yeah, right.
In the hollow.
All we really have is Etsy, and like people are bailing on them now. So I don't know.
When I was in Virginia, I did really well with furniture sales in Virginia. But
that's awesome. That's awesome.
See,
Yeah.
Jenna said something here. Oh, I suck at decoupage. What? Did you just see the piece that I just held up and showed with all them wrinkles on the top?
Right.
And like, oh, I'm a brand ambassador. Nice job, brand ambassador.
I still have not
It's so
mastered
cute, though.
decoupage. So that's why I'm really excited to hear from our guest next week because she's really good at it. So
She's good.
yeah, I mean, there's so many different like factors that come into play when you're decoupaging, like the type of paper you're using, the type of material you're applying it to, whether it's wood or on top of paint or on top of sealer, what type of medium you're using. There's just so many different things that come into play. And I've just personally myself, I have not even come close to mastering it. I still get wrinkles. I still have issues with it sticking and tearing. And I mean, one of these days, I guess practice makes perfect, right?
Oh, printed a blog poster. That's cool.
When we get to see it.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll be watching.
Did she print that from blockposters.com? Is that what she used, Jenna? I've used that before I've done like that transfer method where you take, I'll print an image out and then on the back of the image, I'll take a piece of pencil lead and I'll, like shade in where I need to trace over. And then I'll put over the paper over where I want the image to transfer onto. And then I just trace over it with my pencil. And then I remove it. And the pencil on the back side of the paper will transfer onto the image where I traced or transfer onto the piece that I'm working on from the image that I traced around. Have you guys ever tried that?
Lel does that. I've seen Lel do it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think everybody's having a hard time. Yeah. Because people, to buy an art piece of furniture is like,
Yeah. I know Mara has a booth as well. How are you doing at your booth?
Okay.
Sounds good, Jen. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, hopefully I explained that okay, because I don't know. Sometimes my mouth moves faster than my brain can think.
You know what else too? Some people use some kind of video graphic that shines the outline of the picture on what you want to draw.
Yeah,
like a projector.
Even some artists use that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never. I like doing it the hard way. I like making mistakes and erasing.
Oh, your commission, Jenna. Okay. I stopped doing commission a long time ago. It was too stressful for me. I stopped a long time ago. So, but that's good. Great for you. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Yeah, see, I have the booth here in my town. It's $300 a month for 8x10 booth. So far, I've not had to pay in any money for maybe 6 months. But we'll see what January brings when I do my taxes to see how much I'm out this year. But, Krystal and I live in very rural areas and not a lot of people have a lot of money for extra. But, we have a big casino here and a maximum security prison. But then everybody around here seems like they're opening up a thrift shop or a secondhand shop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've noticed that where you're at, but
yeah. That's what Jenna does. She'll post a picture of the furniture and then you use some type of a app, right? Where it kind of gives you or gives the buyer an idea of what it can look like, right? And you'll post several images of that piece painted in different styles and different colors. And that's how she offers her furniture painting pieces
Is
for
it on your website, Jenna, or
it's on her Facebook page.
Facebook? Okay.
Yeah.
So Mara's from Michigan too.
Yeah, she is.
Did you know that
We
already?
talked about this already, right, Mara?
Everybody's from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yes, Bristles.
She don't live here no more. she got the heck out.
Oh, Mara doesn't live here no more?
From
she's in
Michigan. I
Texas
see.
now. Bristles AI. So you guys look into this, and it's a she posted about it recently on Facebook as well. So check that out and see it. It just kind of it'll give you like a visual of what your piece could look like. So Mara got
I
to
don't blame you.
as she could. Yes.
Now Gretchen lives in Texas, right?
No, Gretchen's in Maryland.
Oh, Maryland. Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in Texas?
Who else is in
Corey.
Texas? Corey, yes.
Corey's in Texas, yeah.
Desert DIY, yes. Yeah. For sure.
I
Well,
meant
it's to our hour.
somebody in our chat.
You guys have any other questions before we are done? Anything?
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I hope you had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun chatting with y'all.
I'm going to try the spray paint on that thing back there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It doesn't hurt to try. It can't get worse, right?
That's what it is.
That's
Gretchen
what it was.
grew
Gretchen
in
grew up in
Texas.
Texas. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
I knew there was another Texan out there.
Okay. Yes. All right. The Prima thick paper.
What's that?
That's that rice paper that's almost like fabric, right, Mara?
I've used that a lot.
I used it one time. I struggled big time with it. So
Really?
yeah. Kat would probably be the one to give.
That's my favorite kind of paper.
Yeah.
Where do you get it from?
Redesign.
Mm.
And
Okay.
somebody else, I think it's made in Italy. It's maybe I get it from Mint by Michelle. It's an Italian maker. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it right now, but I'll think about it next time I come on.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay, so next week,
This is awesome.
the
Thank
19th.
you all so much. Yep, the 19th.
The 19th, I believe we are having a guest, and she is decoupage.
Yes.
Extraordinaire. A diva.
Yes, definitely be here for that one, Mara. You can ask her about any questions you need, because she does it all the time. She's always doing the decoupage, so she probably has great advice for you and all of us. I know I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
And I think I believe all four of us will be here with one guest. 5.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be 5 of us on.
That's going to be fun. Yep.
Yes.
Yay.
It will be fun. Yay. All right. Yes. Same time next week, 7:00. And you could always watch the replay, or if you can't make it. So,
or any questions you can ask any one of us if you want us to bring it up next time. Not associated with your name.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Decoupage diva.
Yeah, we love spending time with you too. And thank you so much. This was great. We got, everybody talking to each other, and hopefully you can see each other's comments.
Yeah, hopefully. So.
Yeah.
It's probably a YouTube thing. We're going to say it's a YouTube thing. It's not a us thing.
No, YouTube.
For sure. All right, guys. I am going to go ahead and end the stream, and you all have a wonderful week.
Thank you all.
We'll see you in a week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I don't know how to